So, you want to do a canal ride? You want to have a little fun? Ride up and down the canal? Well, did you know this is one of the most dangerous rides you could possibly do on the planet? That's not true at all. But hear me out, it is pretty dangerous. Just to give you an example of how dangerous it can be, there's a legend that there's a serial killer roaming this very canal that I'm on right now, killing people due to the number of unexplained deaths. The likelihood is people probably fall foul to what I'm going to get into now. So like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Do you agree with these? Do you not agree with these? Have I missed anything? So yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I'm actually going this way. Come with me for the ride. So yeah, inland waterways continue to be the main cause for water drownings. 63% of deaths can be attributed to inland waterways, such as canals. 83% of those deaths are men. Of those deaths, 48% were attributed to leisure activities. It has been documented that many of those that actually entered the water did not intend to do so. It's in those words. And by did not intend to enter the water, they mean you fell in. So yeah, let's have a look at what could happen while you're on the canal. Oh. Uneven surfaces. I'm on a mountain bike, so I'm okay for the most part. Not impervious, but uneven surfaces are one of the big issues on canals. Now, when you're, say if you're on a road bike, a touring bike, something like that, potholes, cobbles, erosion, all those kind of things are enough. You're not paying total attention to knock you off. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled. La 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 la. Obstacles. Obstacles can take many different shapes and forms. Can be tree branches, iron poles, bricks, rubbish, debris, things you're not expecting to be there. When you're flying along, you can hit them. And I've fallen prey to that one before. There was no gate post, cast iron thing, black, and I saw it, but what I didn't see was there was a tiny lip coming off it, a little protruding shard of metal. When I cycled straight into it, I clipped my handlebars on it and I flew off, and it was like I'd cycled into a brick wall. You know, they don't make stuff like the Victorians used to. So yeah, that hurt a lot. Luckily I didn't end up in the canal, but obstacles, watch out for them. Morning, how you doing? Lovely, thanks. Beautiful, isn't it? People. I treat approaching people like Americans treat approaching bears. You'll see somebody out in the wilderness and they'll be saying, "Hey bear, hey bear." And that's because they don't want to startle the bear. And that's the same approach you take with people. Now, it's up to you, but while you're on a canal, in lovely tranquility, and there's people walking around in their own world, enjoying the sights, checking it out, just loving life, and then a person comes flying up behind them on a bike, aggressively dinging a bell, you're not going to get a good reaction. And the same thing happens. So test this out, do this test. Take your bike bell off your bike. Sneak up behind the person who loves you the most in this world and start ringing that bell aggressively behind them. That reaction you get from them will be the best possible reaction you will get from somebody when startling them with a bell. Now imagine doing that to a stranger. It's not nice, don't do it. Why don't you try using your voice first? It's a good go-to. Yeah, you need a bell still, because there's going to be people with headphones in and whatnot, but you don't know if they can hear you until from a distance you go, "Morning." It helps. And hey, you get lovely reactions, great conversations sometimes. Just something that makes the ride a little nicer. So be polite. Morning. Yeah, good, thanks you. Morning. 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 How you doing? You all right? Morning. Thanks very much. Morning. Morning. How you doing? All right. Cheers, mate. So that gentleman that I just passed actually just came up to me and said thank you for saying good morning, because some people just fly straight past. So actually, you know, just being nice, it really does make somebody's day. So think about it. Horses. Horses were on the canals well before we were. The whole reason the towpath is here, and the reason it's called the towpath, is because horses used to go up and down it and pull the canal boats, and people still use them to ride the horses. So if you see a horse, don't come flying up behind it, blasting your bell, screaming. Again, from a distance, a little hello, good morning, or whatever. Let them know you're coming. Don't spook the horse and have the rider fly off, then you fly off and get kicked by a horse. So yeah, horses, just be nice to them. Look at them, look at that face. Do you consent to be in my video? I'm going to take your silence as a yes, thank you. Good day, sir. Roads intersecting the canal. Quite often, bridges are going to go with roads, and roads have cars. If you go flying across them, boom, goodbye, good night. At the very least, you're all going to have a bad time. So yeah, just look both ways. Stop, look, listen. You know the drill. Teaching you to suck eggs now, eh? Depending on the time of day you're cycling, you're going to come across different people. And in the evenings, especially, it gets a little bit more dangerous. Now, canals are definitely places for illicit activities. Drug dealing, people meeting up to do naughty things, just generally unsavoury behaviour. And if you're cycling along, you're going to encounter some of those people, especially if you're doing it in the evening. So pick your time of day wisely. Don't just go out at night cycling along a canal if you can help it. I used to cycle to and from Manchester on my bike to commute to work. I ended up not doing it because the evening rides became too dangerous, going through built-up areas. Built-up areas, more people, more issues. When I was young and really fit, I was once chased by some boys on bikes. They must have been like mid to late teens. They weren't even an issue, I just absolutely blitzed them. The next day I was coming along and they knew each day I was doing that route, and they waited for me. And they waited on a bridge they knew I would go under and tried to drop a brick on me. Just be mindful if you're doing the same route over and over again. Somebody who you may not want to be will be paying attention to you for the wrong reasons. So you might be thinking, yes, I'll fall in the canal and just get back on my bike and I swim out, happy days, no problem. Job's a good one, I'm a good swimmer. And sometimes you'd be right, but other times you'd be dead wrong. And this is why. But down there, that is a drained canal. And to this side, you can see we've got rocks, obstacles, kinds of things you could smash yourself against. And then over here, on this side, is even more deadly. It's soft, it'd break your fall, but if you get stuck in that at the bottom, the mud, it's not a good outcome. Cyclists, those pests. If you are using the canal to set a new time record, you're trying to beat your Strava personal best, and you're flying down there, well, you make yourself more vulnerable to all the other issues we talked about in terms of obstacles and people and just generally falling in. But it's when you're going under bridges that you really need to be careful. Bridges on canals are slightly indented, offset from the path inwards. So that means you can't see anything that's coming on the other side, and they can't see you. If you both go flying under at the same time, then you've got a very short distance to react and stop on what's often cobbles or a slippery surface. One of you is going in. So yeah, bridges, cyclists, be careful. If you ever see this person, stay well away. Your life depends on it. The wannabe YouTuber recording themselves, not looking where they're going. So Right, I've been out for a lovely ride today. Hebden Bridge and back. Make a nice cheeky video on the way. But what I would say is, don't take all this too seriously. Yes, I think there's some really good points, but the canal's pretty safe. It's a lovely place to go for a ride. Just take care of yourself, take care of each other, and like, subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. A second. I'll catch you on the next one. Here's my face. Hey, how about that for you? Lovely. See you soon. Bye bye.